At 19, Darci Lynne revealed a painful truth about her life behind the scenes of America's Got Talent, AGT. She had kept a painful truth hidden behind the scenes, which went deeper than anyone could have imagined. Darci's mentor, Gary Owen, played a crucial role in bringing her into the spotlight and teaching her how to handle the shadows. Gary had been in the business for years and knew how harsh it could be. Talent was sometimes seen as a commodity instead of a gift. After her win on America's Got Talent, Darci's career skyrocketed, catching the eye of powerful people like Simon Cowell. He signed her to his music label, Psycho Music, and she began expanding her career beyond ventriloquism. However, behind the success was an incident that haunted her. She battled cancer, which tested her strength beyond what anyone could imagine. She faced it head-on, drawing strength from her family, her mentor, and even fans who had no idea what she was going through. By July 20, she was declared cancer-free, a triumph that should have been the high point of her young life. Gary Owen wasn't just a mentor, he became a confidant. She found herself torn between the career she worked hard to build and the truth that was suffocating her. Even when she revealed the full extent of it, Gary was stunned. When she described the moment when the judge overstepped, a moment so wrong that it changed everything for her, it was not just about inappropriate touches. It was about betrayal. Someone in power, someone who was supposed to nurture young talent, took advantage of his position. Darci's mentors were supposed to guide young stars through the complexities of fame, not lead them into darkness. For her, Gary was the only rock she could lean on during those dark days. Even though she had everything, fame, money, and talent, the one thing she struggled for was peace. When she finally spoke out, it wasn't for revenge but for every other young person who looked up to her and dreamed of getting into the industry but didn't understand the dangers lurking beneath the surface. Just as her success started to grow, the pain she tried to hide kept coming back. Simon Cowell, a renowned critic, took a young girl under his wing and introduced her to the world of music. She joined his music label, where she learned from the best but also faced challenges from people like the judge. After years of silence, she decided to speak her truth, which shook the foundation of what people thought about her career. She was not just a puppet master but a survivor, fighting not just cancer but the industry that was supposed to support her. Her involvement in cancer awareness and charity work shows her resilience. Her donation to the Toby Keith Foundation, helping children with cancer, was more than just a charitable act. It was her way of turning her pain into something meaningful. She chose to shed light on others, showing that she was just as vulnerable as anyone else. When she finally opened up about what the judge did, it made her all the more human, someone who had been wronged but chose to rise above it. As she continues her career, she's not just entertaining but standing as a beacon of hope for others. It's not just about ventriloquism or singing anymore. It's about using her platform to talk about things that matter. The mentors she had, the support from people like Simon and Gary, played their part. But it was her own strength that carried her through. The entertainment industry is known for taking young talent under pressure, and the demands can be relentless and immense. As a teenager, she faced the weight of expectation, trying to grow up under the scrutiny of millions and dealing with the complexities of adolescence. The pressure to perform, constant travel, and rehearsals took a toll on her well-being. The judge crossed the line, offering advice and compliments that gradually became more invasive. He was a powerful figure in the industry, someone. She felt she needed to impress, making his advances confusing and difficult to navigate. She didn't know how to react, whether to speak up or stay silent. As the fame and demands piled up, she realized not everyone around her wanted the best for her. A rising star with a dark story is a story about a young performer who was forced to confront her past and the impact it had on her career. The judge's behavior became more overt, and his comments became more personal. She felt trapped, trying to believe it was all in her head, but deep down, she knew something was very wrong. Despite her success, the demands of her career left her with little time to process what had happened. She was constantly on the move, traveling from one city to another and feeling isolated. Her family was supportive, but they didn't know the full extent of what had happened. She feared that speaking out would lead to her career being over, as the entertainment industry has a way of protecting its own. Her mentor, Gary Owen, noticed something was wrong and tried to help her open up. He encouraged her to speak out not just for herself but for all the young performers who might be going through something similar. Although she knew that speaking out could mean the end of her career and that people might not believe her, she couldn't keep silent any longer. She wanted to take control of her story and show that she was not just a victim but a survivor. The decision to speak out was a turning point for her. She decided that her voice mattered more than her career. She went public with her story, which sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry. People were stunned, and the judge, who had always been seen as a mentor and supporter of young talent, was revealed to be something far darker. Her story was met with a mix of support and disbelief. Despite the doubters, she knew her truth and was determined to tell it. Even after sharing her story, the path ahead would bring new challenges that would test her like never before. A new purpose would be born for her. Darci Lynne, a renowned entertainer, faced the devastating consequences of accusing a powerful figure. The entertainment industry is built on relationships, and Darci knew that accusing a powerful figure put her at risk. She faced backlash and lost opportunities but found new allies who admired her courage and wanted to support her. She began using her platform to talk about the darker side of the entertainment industry, raising awareness about the abuse of power that often goes unchecked. Darci Lynne found a new purpose in her life, becoming an advocate for those who had been silenced. Her performances became more powerful and personal, sharing her story through her art, making every show more impactful. She also threw herself into charity work, supporting cancer research and raising awareness and funds for the cause. Her own battle with cancer gave her a deep understanding of what it meant to fight, and she wanted to use her experience to help others. The act of volunteering for charitable organizations became an integral part of her life, allowing her to transform her suffering into something constructive and to make a difference in the world. Young people were the audience for her talks, and she discussed topics such as resiliency, the significance of advocating for oneself, and the power of expressing one's voice. The person who could guide young performers not only in their jobs but also in life was someone she aspired to be. She wanted to be the mentor that she had experienced when she was just starting out. It is a narrative of brilliance, resiliency, courage, and transformation that Darci Lynne has shared with the world. In the beginning, she was a young girl who had a puppet, a dream, and a talent that captured the attention of millions of people. But she evolved into something much more than that. She became a symbol of courage, someone who chose to fight back against enormous hardships that she had to endure throughout her life. Her narrative serves as a reminder that the people we see on stage, including the celebrities that we respect, are in fact real people. They face their own challenges, conflicts, and suffering. Darci's journey was not an easy one, but she handled it with grace and strength. She was able to overcome that challenge through the use of her experiences to assist others and bring about change. She was able to transform the most difficult times in her life into something beautiful. As Darci continues to perform, she is aware that her narrative has the potential to make a difference, to motivate others to speak up, to advocate for themselves, and to utilize their voices for the greater good. As a result of her resiliency, courage, and optimism, Darci Lynne has demonstrated that with the combination of these three qualities, it is possible for anyone to triumph over any challenge.